Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. Today I am in Taipei, Taiwan. Ever since I left Taiwan the last time, all I've been thinking about is a delicious, piping hot bowl of beef noodle soup. So today we're gonna make this a beef noodle soup day. The reason why I'm really excited, well, besides the fact that I'm gonna stuff myself with beef noodle soup all day long, is that I'm gonna go to a place I really loved last time. Then I'm gonna go to a place I've never been, but I heard a lot of good things about. Finally, I'm going to a place that has arguably the most expensive bowl of beef noodle soup in the world. All right, all this talking is just getting me really hungry. So let's get the beef noodle day started. First place I'm at, one of my all-time favorite beef noodle places in Taipei, Yongkang beef noodle soup. Last time I tried about 6 different beef noodle soup places in Taiwan, and this place, this was my favorite. I mean, just take a look at this beef noodle soup. And just the color is like staring at a rainbow. It's strikingly beautiful. I got a bowl with half beef tendon and half regular beef. I just tried to pick this up ever so tenderly, and this beef just fell apart. Literally, I'm not putting much pressure on the beef at all, and it's just breaking apart. This place is really known for very flavorful broth. The color of the broth is incredibly dark. A lot of soy sauce in here. I just want you to know, ever since I left last time, I've been thinking about you. Hope you've been thinking about me as well. Have you? I knew it. I knew it. That's love right here. Start off with some soup. Just as beefy as I remember it. Spicy as well, no hot oil needed here, but it does need a little bit of vinegar to kind of cut down on the fat. And beef noodle soup places in Taiwan, they only use white vinegar. I'm used to more of the Chinese black vinegar, but this is okay. Perfect. Oh. Oh, chewy, springy noodles, just soaked in that beautiful broth, and I cannot wait for my first bite of beef. You know, as I'm filming videos, I make a note of places that I can go to when I'm 90 and I have no teeth, and for sure this is one of them. I mean, I probably can't chew the noodles, but that beef, yeah, that needs no chewing at all. And I would suggest take some noodles, take some beef, slurp the soup right from the side of the bowl. You know, just get into it, immerse yourself in the beefy experience. Like I said, I tried multiple beef noodle soup places, and this is by far my favorite. And just look at this. This is a lean piece of beef. If you're into spicy, if you love a lot of flavor, and some people don't, some people like their soup a little more light, but if you want a bowl of beef noodle soup that's gonna sucker punch you with flavor, this is the place to go for one. The last part is my favorite because when I'm breaking my meat apart, you get these straggler bits of beef that just like sinking to the bottom.
For every mouthful of soup, you just get like little pieces of different types of beef. It's spicy, it's savory, it's a little gelatinous. This is like a firework finale right here, a beef noodle soup finale.
This was so good, my chopsticks wants to give it a standing ovation. How would that go? Like, I don't know. Or, okay, I'm thinking way too much into this. This is the only bowl I'm gonna eat. Last time I was here, I ate 2 bowls, but that's all I'm gonna eat because I got 2 more bowls of beef noodle soup today. But guys, definitely hit this place up if you are ever in Taipei. If you love beef noodle soup, you can't miss this place. All right, let's go on to location number 2. Beef noodle soup number 2, Lingdongfang beef noodle soup. I also got the half lean meat and half tendon. And right away you can tell the difference between this bowl of noodle soup and Yongkang's noodle soup. You can see that the broth is a lot lighter. I mean, Yongkang's broth is just dark. This, although it is still kind of dark, is definitely a lot lighter than the last bowl of noodle soup. Also, take a look at the meat itself. Yongkang's meat is chunks. Here is sliced beef. And what I like is that, look at this. You can see the tendon just swirling all around the meat. And I love cuts of beef like this because you get the nice lean meat and you also get that nice gelatinous texture from the tendons. The noodles themselves are a little thicker. They're almost like the size of udon noodles. And I'm thinking it's gonna have a nice bouncy chewy feel. Let me just get a spoonful of broth. Wow. Okay, it's definitely not as flavorful as Yongkang's broth, but this broth, it tastes like beef has been soaked in here for days. Such a strong beefy flavor. Like, you don't taste much else besides the beef. I'm gonna try the noodles. Chewy al dente, really al dente because they're thick. And then to add some of their famous spicy paste. Okay, they said to add 1 spoonful and just mix it in my soup. Wow. Yeah. That is definitely not a Happy Meal level spicy pepper in here. I feel like that's either habanero or they put some ghost pepper in there. That thing's got a lot of kick. All right, let's put some Chinese vinegar in there. Yeah, that vinegar did a lot. I've been wanting to try a piece of this beef. Oh, that's the best thing in this bowl. It has a little chew, just a little bit. You chew into it, you got that nice meaty and gelatinous texture because of the tendon swirling all around inside, and then a piece of just tendon. More chewy than the melt in your mouth Yongkang beef, but I feel like the beefy flavor is better here. It just breaks apart. It's more breaky, it's more shattery. Does that make sense? And this is their signature gluten. Oh, wow. There's like juicy gluten. That's gonna be really good in the soup. Take a piece of gluten, because this thing, see all the holes in there? That's gonna soak up soup really well. Zip that in the soup and let it soak beautiful beef up. Oh yeah. Can you feel this? Oh. I feel like my only complaint, if I did have one, about this bowl of beef noodle soup is that because the noodles are so thick, the flavor isn't able to kind of penetrate through the noodle flavor. This doesn't stick on there as well as the thin noodles do. That's why I feel like you need to take a little bite and then just gulp a mouthful of soup. That's why when you run out of beef soup, they add an extra helping for you for free. Beef is good, tendon is good, the soup is just spectacular. If you take away the spice and just gauge the soup purely based on beefy flavor, this is the best bowl of beef soup I've had in Taiwan so far. That's it. Another bowl of noodle soup down. I think I'm gonna go back to my hotel. I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna take a nap because the next bowl of noodle soup, I need to be ready for it. Take a shower, clean myself, be well presented. Because if I'm gonna spend $300 on a bowl of noodle soup, I'm gonna doll myself up a little. I am at the final beef noodle soup location of the day, Daddy Beef Noodle Soup. And I dressed up for the occasion. Okay, well, this is me dressing up. And on the menu, there are 8 different types of beef noodle soup ranging from 500 Taiwan dollars to 10,000 Taiwan dollars. So, in 500 Taiwan dollars, about 16, 17 US dollars, and 10,000 Taiwan dollars is over 300 US dollars. And I am here, of course, today to try out the Yuanshou Niu Mian, or presidential beef noodle soup that cost over 300 US dollars, which I think it is the most expensive bowl of beef noodle soup in the world. And I was able to talk to Eric, who told me why this dish really deserves this hefty price tag. First of all, the beef used in the noodle soup is of the finest quality.
那每一块肉我们会分开去煮，那炒一次，煮2次，就是会把味道卤进去2次。
And what's really unique is they cut it with scissors to kind of trim it to the perfect ratio of fat and meat and tendon.
大火、中火、小火去煮，沉淀1个晚上，把它的油全部去掉。冰起来以后就可以分层，可以让汤头没有肉渣，那腥味会比较降低。那这个耗时大概会要3天到4天。
Then each particular cut of meat is cooked its own broth. So this bowl of noodle soup actually uses 5 to 6 different stocks. But here's the biggest question. Does it really taste all that good? Well, that's why I'm here to find out. Let's go get a bowl. Oh, here we go. This is it. $300 worth of beef noodle soup sitting right in front of me. Can I just say, this plate and bowl, really beautiful. First off, it smells amazing, supremely beefy. Here we go. This is like a, what, $5 sip of soup. Oh, that is beefy. Oh, that's really beefy. And there is a difference of beefiness between this place and the soup I just had earlier, which I proclaimed also to be really beefy. This is way more flavorful. This is like beef soup inception. It's like beef soup onion. You just keep peeling back the layers and there's something new to discover. I mean, it's brothy, smooth, silky. This is like Morgan Freeman's voice, just deep, velvety, rich. Wow, that is incredible silky broth. A little bit oily, but oh, so rich. Noodles nice, chewy, al dente. The noodle size here is kind of in between the first place and the second place. I like a good balance. Let's dig into this beef. This is the Angus. First of all, I barely touched it. You can see a beautiful layer of fat here. The meat itself, holy tender cow. You know what? I don't even dare put the whole piece of beef in my mouth because that's like a $50 piece of beef. I was gonna put like $20 worth in my mouth. Oh, wow. That's some life-changing beef. This piece, you can tell is a bit fatty. I love it when my beef has some curves. I don't want it to be on Jenny Craig. I want it to have a little padding. The fatty part obviously just melts, right? But then again, so does the lean part of this beef. And that flavor, wow. Do you put a piece of beef in your mouth and the beefy flavor just kind of lingers there? Like a beefy perfume that just stays on your tongue. Okay, I'm gonna eat the rest of this $50 piece of beef. Wow, that was so rich and smooth. I need a bite of noodles after that just to kind of chase it. Now we're gonna move on to the Australian cuts. This piece of beef must have done some gymnastics. It's lean, but super flexible. Look at this. This just slapped me in the face good. This piece of beef has like 20 calories in there. I know that doesn't make sense at all, but that's what it kind of tastes like. Such a beautiful, beefy flavor. It's got so much flavor, I feel like I need noodles to accompany it. I needed to chew the noodles in that bite. I didn't need to choose the beef, like at all. This is an American cut. It's trying to compete with its Australian friends for tenderness here. Whoa! I never get sick of just like seeing this thing just fall apart. Every piece of the beef I had today is like they all have mutant superpowers, and that superpower is just extra beefy flavor. Like every piece, it just tastes like an enhanced cow. Finally, this is half lean meat, half tendon. None of these pieces of beef want to just stay together. Look how sensitive they are. You touch them and they just crumple. That piece was also chewing optional. I went and asked for more soup as it's just way too fabulous. The best compliment I could give to a noodle soup is not adding hot oil or vinegar, which I tend to do with every single beef noodle soup I eat. Yeah, that's right. You're beautiful just the way you are, and you should be proud of that. I mean, honestly, I came here sort of a skeptic thinking, okay, $300 for a bowl of noodles. Okay, that thing better give me superpowers after I eat it. I better be able to shoot lasers out of my eyes. And I'm not sitting here trying to convince you guys that, yeah, you should come to Taiwan and drop $300 on a bowl of noodle soup. That's not what I'm doing. All this video is not sponsored. I'm paying for this soup. But I'm just telling you, 100% honest opinion. This was mind-blowing. I mean, every single piece melts in your mouth, rich, silky, don't have to chew. You eat it and then you just like, it's mind-blowing and so warming at the same time. I'm just saying, I never had beef noodle soup like this, and I honestly came in as a skeptic. I mean, it made the two other places I had this morning taste like ramen noodles. But this, yeah, this is going here forever. I think that's it. Oh wait, there's still like 50 cents in there. $300 down the hatch. And what an experience. And although you and I, we may never see each other again, I'm gonna remember today. I'm gonna remember you. You'll belong among my fondest food memories right beside Kobe steak. It's like we were meant to be together, however brief, because I don't think I can ever afford you again. But guys, a great end to this noodle soup adventure. And this is my first day in Taiwan, and what a great first day this has been. Anyway, as always, all the places I went to is listed in my description box below. So is the link to the new t-shirt shop. Definitely check it out. And thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, I'll feel it. $500 divided by 30.
I'm Asian, I can't do the simple math. Are you serious?